Hello and welcome to Foresight. I'm your host Rafae Iqbal, and in today's show we'll be talking about the most talked about topic that is going on, the Iran-Israel conflict, the tensions in the Middle East as we see. The backdrop of this conflict, of course, when we talk about the Iran and Israel conflict, it's of course relating to Iran's nuclear program. And we'll talk about the backdrop of that, but a very significant meeting was yesterday held between the US President Donald Trump and Field Marshal Syed. Of course, it marks a testament in the increasing bilateral relations and the enhancements in the ties between Pakistan and the US in the domains of trade, military cooperation, and of course the government-to-government collaboration as well. If you talk about the backdrop of the Iran-Israel conflict and the situation as we see at the moment, it surrounds around the Iranian nuclear program. Talks were being held between Iran and the United States with regards to the nuclear program, but this dialogue process was jeopardized after Israel attacked Iran, its nuclear and military facilities. However, we see that these attacks continue from both the sides, with Israel attacking Iranian cities, Iran responding in retaliation with missile and drone strikes on Israeli cities. We also know that the US President, while siding with Israel, he asked Iran to unconditionally surrender and, of course, or face the consequences. There was also threats made to the Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei, but we also saw how the Iranian people, a very resilient and brave nation, and how their Supreme Leader also responded and vowed that the Iranian nation will not bow down to Israeli aggression and will respond with full might. If we talk about today, Israel again attacked against Iran's nuclear facilities in Natanz. Iran retaliated by hitting Israel's cyber headquarters and intelligence command center. We also know that the US President, of course, in the developing and the developments and updates that we see with regards to this conflict, he has held a meeting today in the White House's Situation Room, which covers all the emergency meetings and the big conflicts with regards to the policy changes and decisions that the US administration makes. We'll be deliberating on all the different aspects to the Israel-Iran conflict and the implications it will have on Pakistan, the region, and the world at large. In the studios, we've been joined by guest Brigadier Retired Hamid, Rashid, Malik, Awan, who is a defense analyst. Along with that, we've been joined by Professor Dr. Amna Mahmood, who is an IR analyst. And we have also been joined by Abdullah Khan, who is the Managing Director of PICSS. Thank you all for your time and being part of the conversation, starting off from Brigadier Hamid. So when we talk about the Iran-Israel conflict, the backdrop of it is very significant to talk about. A nuclear program which was being discussed, talks were being held between two countries, Iran and the US. But Israel, it of course showed its aggression, attacked Iran, and it jeopardized the whole peace process, the talk process, the dialogue process. What's your take on that?
First of all, we need to understand that we are living in 21st century, which is supposed to be most peaceful, most secure, and balanced and just for everyone. But we see the double standard of the big powers, because of which the world is facing terrorism from the state against another state. And now we come over to the basic rights of self-defense for a weaker nation also. The world is not for only big powers and for the shocks only, it is for the peaceful citizens of all the countries which belong to the community of nations of this world. But what we have seen that, okay, the world is transiting from it towards a new world order, but at the same time, the inefficiency and ability of the United Nations to save the weaker nations from the big power is putting challenges to its own survival and name. And like a League of Nations, it may also get vanished.
Definitely, that's a
and
very...
Now, coming over to the nuclear program, what you said, the Iran's nuclear program was for peace only. They were not developing any nukes. They were not developing any weapons to threaten any other state. Now, nuclear program for peaceful purposes is world over recognized and respected.
That's a very important
If
point.
Iran was going toward any hegemony toward the neighbors, because what we see in the international arena, that if a country is powerful and it transmits hegemony toward other nations or neighbors, it is not a justful act by that nation. But if that program is for the self-defense, then it is to be taken a bona fide right for that nation.
Definitely, Brigadier Hamid, of course, a very important point that you've highlighted here, and sorry to cut the conversation. We'll continue with it, but right after this short break, we have some important news coming in. Off and major development that we've also seen, the US President Donald Trump has said he will decide in the next 2 weeks what the US's role will be in the Iran-Israel conflict. Coming towards the studios, Dr. Amna, of course, what's your take on this massive development and the US role in this conflict that we've seen so far?
Thank you, Rafae. I think that in continuity what we were already discussing and adding to the latest news coming from White House, it is easy to make an analysis that still it is not known. Obviously, United States role is very much clear from the very beginning, as they said that we were aware of, we were known to the everything. And analysts like us, we suspect that it was not known, rather a signal was extended to them, go ahead. But the scale was not mentioned. But the scale, when it went out of the control for Israel, and they were not expecting the magnitude of the reaction by Iranian authorities and the Iranian nation, as they showed the resilience against the external threat. So that was unprecedented and not expected by Israel. I would not say that it was unexpected for us, because we knew that how Iranian authorities have been doing against the external threat. They are a nation for a long. They are not a melting pot of different nationalities. They are not a new nation or artificial nation. So they know how to survive and how to assert their nationalism, and so they did. Now it is the time for United States to stand by Israel, but United States is wise enough. Mr. Trump, though he is Mr. Unpredictable, but he knows where his nation stands and what would be the response of the people, what would be the desire of National Security Council members, what would be the signal coming from G7 members. So
Definitely.
I think that all these things would determine that after 2 weeks what Mr. Trump would decide, whether he would enter into war or will escape war.
But Dr. Amna, at the same time, we know that supporting Israel, a cornerstone of America's foreign policy, do you think Donald Trump,
From the very beginning, from
as dynamic as he is, do you think he would
yes.
go against that?
Yes, it's a norm. Rather, everybody knows that whether Israel is right or not, US is standing behind that. And it is the Israel which dragged US into number of wars. If you remember the time of Mr. Bush, when he entered into a preemptive war against Iraq, on the statement on oath by Mr. Netanyahu in the US Congress that they are having weapon of mass destruction, it was a false statement. And even US and Israel was not asked that you asserted and show us where are the weapons of mass destruction. So it is actually the failure of, as Brigadier Saab mentioned, it is the failure of international community to abide by its social covenant that was signed in the form of UN and UN Security Council, especially that they are there to make peace. But when comes the question of peace, it is for the weaker nations, and when it comes to the aggression and dominance, it comes for the superpowers or their allies.
Of course, moving towards Mr. Abdullah, of course, your views of when we talk about the US's role in this conflict, there's also a multilateral fora that is available. The United Nations Security Council, an emergency meeting is also convened tomorrow. What impact do you think it's going to have?
Actually, the multilateral forum had resolved this issue when there was a comprehensive deal with Iran nuclear deal. But when Trump came into power in 2016, he backed off. America walked away from that deal, and that was the major reason. I hold Trump responsible for what is happening now, because that deal was with the international community. China was there, Russia was there, and Iran was not ready to actually make the bomb. Iran was just saying that it is for peaceful purpose, and then Iran had accepted international watchdogs to look, and IAEA staff is still there. And even in their May report, they said that we have no evidence that Iran is making a bomb. So all that, the Netanyahu's claims, he has been saying this since 2012, but no substance to it. One very important thing is that Israel is not an independent country. I never saw Israel as an independent country. Israel is basically 51st state of United States of America. So they actually pledged full defense to it. Why the Americans are, for the time being, you are not seeing them directly involved, is that they just want to, give a lesson to Netanyahu that you should not take some decision unilaterally, otherwise they will come to rescue it. And it is not just 51st state of the America, it is actually a symbol of the Western civilization. The people who are up for the clash of civilization, they actually put Israel in the middle of the Muslim civilization and the clash of civilization, Huntington theory, they want to implement it through Israel. If you see the statements of Netanyahu, he sees that we are the guardian of civilized world, we are the guardian of the free world, and the Germans are saying that Israel is fighting for us. That is not us. That Israel is actually killing babies, bombing hospitals, mayhem and genocide in Gaza. But the West is not looking at that, and they are actually now crying just one hit which today that was not on the hospital, because there was some military installation on right and left side of that hospital, and some debris fell on that hospital. The hospital was not at all shot by the Iranians, but you see what the Western entire media, what they are saying, the Iranians are hitting the hospital, while it is the Israel hit the hospital in Tehran, Israel hit the hospital in Gaza, not just one hospital. Every medical facility Israel hit in the Gaza, but no one asked him, because Israel is not an independent country. It is a member of their civilization, and that's what they actually, that's the reason they are protecting it.
That's a very important point that you've highlighted. And of course, when we talk about this, only one thing comes to mind, whether it's double standards or it's an effectiveness. Brigadier Hamid, when we talk about the United Nations being a multilateral forum, and you've earlier also mentioned the League of Nations, why the League of Nations was disbanded and reformed into the United Nations was because it was unable to fulfill its own objectives, that was maintaining peace in the world. At this time we see two conflicts going on, and we see the United Nations, as much as its meetings were held, sessions were held, has proven ineffective. Do you think it's high time that the League of Nations episode be repeated with the United Nations and a better multilateral forum be envisaged, which gives confidence to the global community that the aggressors will be held accountable?
I think this is a very important point to be highlighted to the international community and also to the big powers. And I think Chinese president has very summarizedly informed the world that we can move forward without the United States. And any big power should not think that the hegemony is to be taken for granted. It is not to be assumed, rather earned. And what we see that with the progress made by the global south and the realignments, we see the BRICS, then we see the SCO, and now we see OBOR also. That now all these developments are making people realize that there should be another forum than the United Nations, where their problems and their grievances should be heard and addressed. And now coming over to the United Nations, what happens in the United Nations? That it is basically has become a proxy to the big powers.
Definitely.
Okay, there is a veto power in United Nations Security Council, but it should be based on principles. It should be based on ethics. It should be for peace, not giving protection to a tyrant state. What we have seen that Israel has been bombing Gaza and going for the genocide of the Palestinians. And there are so many eyewitnesses. There are so many killing of the United Nations workers itself, but the world kept a double standard. Like my colleague also highlighted, that Israel is taken as a very darling of the Europeans as well as the Americans. And it is, if not the state of the United, it is the proxy of the United States.
Definitely.
And that is why when there is any peace process for the Muslims, it is being stopped by the United States. And at the same time, what we see that when it comes to the Middle East, the United States become the darling of the Arabs also. So now these are those glaring challenges which should be seen and accepted by the Arabs as well as by these other nations also. And I would also like to highlight Indo-Pak clash also.
Yeah.
Pakistan was alone. If Pakistan has not given a bloody nose to India, United States would have never stepped in to save India. And now why Pakistan is being said that I love Pakistan and Pakistan is my most favorite country, it is because in the world now, it is again might is right. And whoever has the might, people are going to respect it. But what we see that China and Russia, now they are trying to make the global south powerful, so that if it is not a bloc per se, but it is going to provide some stability, some peace and some solace to the weaker nations.
Well, you very rightly mentioned, of course, Pakistan has not only shown its might, but also shown how well measured might it can show and how responsible it can be with regards to its might. Dr. Amna, of course, when we talk about the Comity of Nations, there's another aspect that comes to mind. The US, as it calls itself, the champions of human rights, as they say, and their strategic ally, it has been conducting ethnic cleansing in Gaza. It has shown aggression against Iran, and we see its hegemonic designs. We also know India, also one of the strategic allies of the US, another country that has been, of course, conducting human rights abuses, but the champions of human rights, as they call themselves, are criminally silent, and their allies continue with such impunity. The question of accountability for the US allies and the impression that the US gets when it supports such allies with their illegal actions.
Actually, it has been the norm since the United States started its journey as the superpower in post-Second World War period. You see that all those American values are for the domestic purposes, and then for the whole world it was the real politic.
Yeah.
They supported all sorts of dictatorship, monarchies all over the world. Rather, your Middle East was denied of the people's right to vote and elect their own governments on the pretext that they would escape from United States pressure. You see that entire Americanism was so much in Middle East that people used to have footmats of their flag. But to stop that, Arab Spring was curbed, yes. At the same time, they supported all sort of genocide, all sort of war, what they did in Vietnam, what they did in Korea, how human miseries were created in Korea, what they did with Japan, that became later their ally, yes. What they did with that. So it means that power is having its own norms, empires strike back, and they are having no human and social norms. We have seen that all over the history, and United States is no exemption. And one thing more, when the empire is dying, it is going towards its ends after centuries. That happens what United States is behaving like. On the other hand, you have seen that wherever they are having alliance like with India, they are not having their record of genocide and aggression against their neighboring powers, but also against their own people. The Christian, Dalits, Muslims, Sikhs, and even the lower caste Hindus, they are being targeted as inhumanly on the pretext that they are not Muslims. And Hindutva and Akhand Bharat is a philosophy that is inducted in the name of unity of subcontinent. Though it is not the unity of subcontinent, it means that only Hindu have right to live on subcontinent. And what they talk about, Buddha and Hindu philosophy, actually it was raised at the time of Ashoka. He was Buddhist, not the Hindu. So they are claiming their descendant to those who were actually the preacher of love and peace in the world. I think that India is exposed now, as Brigadier Sahab said very wisely. That when you talk with the position of power, everybody is subordinated. That happened in case of Pakistan. We oftenly discuss in these programs that if Pakistan would be losing, then war would have been continued. Yeah. But since India was losing and it was intolerable for United States, so they intervened. Same is the case with the Iran. You see that Iran replied befitted answers. So the whole Arab world, our Muslim friends, and the whole world of France and Germany, and they have to retreat from their initial position that war would be continued till the end of the nuclear power of Iran. Now they have retreated, and Mr. Trump is thinking, he is thinking not to enter, otherwise he would have been entered. As Abdullah Sahab mentioned, he escaped JCPO single-handedly. without having observed even the social norms, even the international norms, even international law he violated, that you entered after a long debate and then you escaped unilaterally. So, I think that it is the power that would determine the future of the world, and there is no liberalism, there is no American values sustaining for the rest, or rather it is not sustaining for Americans. You see how they have treated their own, like the third world police, New Yorkers, New York police were taking New Yorkers, even the Jews who were protesting in favor of Palestine, they were treated like brutal armies of the third world countries. They don't do even with their own people. They did with the students of the university, Harvard, Stanford. They were the symbol of intellectualism of United States. How they treated their vice chancellor, they were forced to resign.
Exposes the double standards.
Yes, it means that American values are dying at home now. What to sustain for the world?
Very important point that you've raised. Mr. Abdullah, when we talk about multipolarity, we also know that Europe stands divided at the moment. We see a lot of countries in Europe having their moral standing, supporting Gaza in its earlier position and being against Israel, whereas a lot of countries in the Europe, they supported and sided with Israel. We see how this conflict is affecting America, as Dr. Amna also mentioned, saw its own version of the Arab Spring with regards to the university protests. So when we talk about multipolarity in these modern times, how do you see that affecting, of course, not just will come to the Middle Eastern region, but Europe at large?
By the way, if you look at the history, you will see the European people and the American people, they are very, very nice people generally. We have seen million marches against war in Iraq, and we have seen recently the people of Europe and America standing up for the people of Gaza and against Israeli hegemonic designs and genocides. But unfortunately, most of the European and the American government machinery that is hostage to some invisible power. I don't know what is that power which makes the decision. We see the people having another mind, but the governments having another mind. But after this 3 years of war between the Palestinian, it is not war, it is the genocide, unilateral war by Israel on the poor Palestinian people. We have seen a great shift in the mindset of the European people. We have seen for the first time Israel is having that kind of a taste that the people are now publicly opposing Israel. Otherwise, it was just a Muslim world or the third world which was generally opposing. But now we have seen that in the Europe, people are now opposing. I have been interacting with a lot of diplomats coming from Europe and here. They said that this is for the first time that our own societies are being divided on Israel. It was not happening before ever. So this is, as Dr. Amna has highlighted, I think this is the start of the decline. The information warfare they unleashed upon the third world and other, that is cracking, the impact is cracking. And one thing, if you allow me, I will like to put into this discussion is all the countries around Israel, they want to make peace with Israel for the first time. Otherwise, nobody used to accept Israel as a country. Now Egypt wants to make peace, Jordan already at peace, Turkey at peace. Now the new government in Syria, they want to make peace. Who is there to fight with Israel? And Israel wants to go to war. Israel wants to fight. That is very, very dangerous thing, that if all the neighbors, whoever is now around Israel, every single country, Lebanon, you look at the Lebanese government is cracking down against the militant factions of Palestinians in this week. So everybody wants peace. What you want? Do you know what they want? I actually don't know.
That's a very good question that you've put, but coming towards the conversation, Brigadier Hamid, and of course a question that relates to the security environment and nuclear proliferation and non-proliferation. When we talk about the role of the National Atomic Energy Agency, Israel has been attacking Iran's nuclear facilities. Of course, it raises concerns for such a layman like me and you. It would raise concerns of nuclear contamination and leakage. The IAEA hasn't condemned, of course they've shown concern over Israel's attack, but hasn't condemned or held any accountability for Israel. Do you think that gives a good message to the world for the other nuclear states that have their weapons, but we see how Israel attacking a country's nuclear facilities with the chances and possibilities of nuclear contamination. The IAEA's silence on this, do you think that is criminal?
I think this is fact of life, which everybody should understand. We talked about the double standards. We should also understand that these all international organs have become a proxy or a power projection of the big powers only. Now IAEA, a very responsible organ who looks after the nuclear proliferation and also about the fissile materials, illegal or legal. There are certain criterions which it should adhere to and also should monitor also. But what we see that it lied in the past in case of Iraq, and it lied again, because just a month before when USA and Iran was negotiating about the nuclear deal, what was the irritation in that? Because the data which was put forward to the Trump, and that is why we even see today, because the strategic decisions are made on the ground realities and on the interest, not on the emotions. Why Trump is seeking 2 weeks? Because he wanted to jump into the war. It can jump into the war, but it would not like to relive the experience of the Vietnam. And also the strong message given by the Putin as well as by the Chinese president. Now it is a statement made by Trump in compulsion, but not at liberty, because it wants to give a signal to Russia as well as to the China that I am not jumping into the fire. And its own advisor would have counseled him and told him and guided him, if you want to jump into the fire, you can jump, but you will be roasted in the end. And now coming out to the IAEA and EA's role, it has proved that it is playing into the hands of the Israeli leadership. It has not provided any credible evidence to the world or to the United Security Council, also United Nations Security Council, or even to America. If there had been credible evidence, it would have been put on the world's platform. It would have been made public. But what we see till today, there is no credible evidence provided by any agency, any spy agency or intelligence agency or by another international organization about the nuclear proliferation of Iran. What Iran is saying again and again, their leadership is promising that our nuclear program is for peace.
Yeah.
Because nuclear is also used for energy production, it is used for medical facilities also, for the treatment of cancer also, and it is also a technology of the future.
Definitely. Yes.
How can you deny a nation that it should progress without the modern technologies? And what we have seen in case of Iran, from 1980s till today, no country has provided Iran any expertise about it. It is their own integral program which they are trying to pursue, and they are only pursuing their own survival and their self-defense. And United Nations Charter also promises self-defense to every weaker nation or to every nation. But in case of Israel, what we see that it feels that its self-defense means destruction of the neighbors. Like India, they feel that if they are powerful, they should try to destroy all surroundings.
Definitely.
Whereas in case of if you are powerful, you should be a more responsible country, transmitting peace in the region and around you.
Well, definitely equitable progress, but as we talk about how there's double standards with which the world sees it, we're running short on time as well, but there's another aspect that I'd like to discuss. Dr. Amna, when we talk about the way forward, of course, dialogue seems pretty much impossible at the moment, but at the same time, we also know there are platforms like the OIC which could help in dialogue. What's your take on, of course, resolution of this conflict as we've seen how it has deteriorated?
There should be a big laughter on that.
I can definitely understand, but
I think that if OIC is getting active at this time, but they haven't called even the head of the state meeting, which symbolically they called for Gaza before that. It means that they are not realizing the gravity of the issue. They are not realizing that US is occupying 19 places in Middle East, and if accidentally any missile fired by any projectile fired by Iran would be hitting that, what would be the reaction of United States and how war would escalate, and there would be lot of collateral damage and casualties not only in Iran, rest of the Middle East, because they are coming in the way. So I think the gravity of the situation is that demands that there should be immediate dialogue facilitation. I have heard the number of head of the states called to Mr. Trump and each other for having a joint strategy, but the strategy is coming always. We are looking towards the Western world, that the world should do that, and we advise them, we request them, and whenever people are requesting, certainly the response would be from the power position, what that would be, we have seen. So I think that OIC, Arab League, because they are having the stakes. They are having their major stakes, the stakes of survival at this time, and if they are not going to take, there would be no time to survive, because there would be no time to make strategy, you know, without having any exaggeration. As Brigadier Saab pointed out about India, you know, India was a normal power, but West projected it, made it, facilitated it in the form of their strategic ally to the level now they are challenging their own sovereignty. They are conducting terrorist attack inside their sovereign land. So if the world is not going to recognize the sovereignty of every nation, whether it's small, it's big, or it's medium power, then there would be no just world. World would be from power position, and every country has right to, you know, if you remember, Brigadier Sahib, if you remember, then there was a time when Pakistan was under sanctions on its nuclear program, that it is sponsored by someone else, and Indian program is indigenous. Now if Iranian program is indigenous, no other country has right to demolish it, and even Israel and US. But we are having no norms, we are not, those norms are not being observed. If Ummah realize that they are Ummah, whether I believe that there is no Ummah, they are all nation states working on nationalism. Their nationalism is different from Muslim nationalism. Apparently they are Muslims and they have all right to be Muslim, but their politics is attributed to the interest, and in international relations, in security, there is nothing else than interest. We see that.
Very rightly put. Mr. Abdullah, when we talk about the OIC and the expectations from it, what do you expect from the OIC and of course the Arab League when we talk about the situation for the VC for the Middle East and Arab countries?
I think we have talked about a lot about Israel, but I think Iran will also have to reconcile two things. One is that during last many decades, the proxy network Iran erupted within Middle East and put others into insecurity, and that is, it is now time for Iran to scale back that, I think roll back the whole proxy network, because that has destabilized Middle East, not to Iran's own favor and not to the Muslim world. And that is perhaps the reason that all the Muslim world around Iran, they are looking at things very, very, you know, skeptically. The other thing is that Iran has to actually enhance its own security mechanism. The way Israelis have infiltrated in the Iranian society, while the within Iran nobody could speak against the government, and there was, you know, a clampdown like on the freedom of expression and a lot of things. Nobody could actually challenge the regime from within, while the Israelis were you know, they had a free run. So these two things, that I think Iran is a big nation, a big civilization, far as, you know, 5,000 years history. They have to look into their, you know, internal matters, put their house in order, and they should give a very, very strong message to the other Muslim countries that no more we will actually promote these proxy networks in your countries. And that is something I think that signal is required. And then I think the other countries, despite all this, you have seen that the Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, all other countries condemn the Israeli attacks on Iran, and perhaps Iranian government is in contact with them. The Saudi foreign minister has talked to the Iranian foreign minister. Iranian president has written a letter to the Qatari sheikh, and a lot of communication is going on, and I think maybe we see OIC summit as well, or something going on the platform or OIC very soon.
Well, a question of trust within the Arab countries, and of course Muslim unity is what's going to be the way forward. Dialogue is the only way to resolve a conflict, and no military operation or actions can resolve any outstanding issue. I'd like to thank all of our guests, Brigadier Retired Hamid Rashid Malik Awan, Professor Dr. Amna Mahmood, and Abdullah Khan. Thank you all for your time and being part of this conversation. Your views are highly appreciated. With that, we conclude Foresight for today and wrap up the conflict that we were discussing, Iran-Israel conflict, and we'll see in the days to come the developments that unfold. Till then, take care.